So how you started this company, I think is really just an amazing story. You had Morgan when you were 17 years old. You were married for 8 years.
Yeah.
And then you found yourself as a single mom and you went back to school.
Yeah, I went to YSU. I started when I was 26 and I graduated with my bachelor's when I was 29. So
what was the game plan then?
Well, I had this notion that I was going to go to law school, and I started telling people that. So then I was like, "Whoa, I guess I better
have to go now."
Yes. So I went to the University of Akron, and I did about a semester at law school, and didn't love it. Like it was just not. It's hard. Mm-hmm. For anyone out there contemplating it, it's hard. Lawyers are smart.
Yeah.
So it was challenging. I was working full time, and Morgan was 13 at that point. So, kind of that pivotal age when you have to be around. It's just not an option. So between the full-time work, the full-time school, and being a full-time mom, something had to give. It just wasn't all working. At that point in time, there was a job at a local organization that I was I knew I was qualified for. So I thought, well, I will apply for this job, and if I get it, great. And if not, this is not a bad plan B.
Right, the chamber.
Yes, I was the special events director at the regional chamber. So, yeah. So I applied for the job, I got it, and the rest is kind of history.
Well, tell us the rest. So how did you come up with this idea then? Was it being at the chamber and around lots of businesses?
Seeing business owners and dealing with them and interacting with them sure is inspirational. I grew up with a single dad, ironically, and he was an entrepreneur. So I think I always had that in me, that work ethic and that drive and that, I guess, innate belief that, if you want to do something, you can do it. There's nothing or no one who will stop you. You can do this. So, yeah, so I was out and I saw a similar concept of a late night cookie shop, and I thought, this is great. I love cookies. And they're hot and they're warm, and we need one of these in Youngstown. And you mentioned earlier about the resurgence and all this downtown, everything that was happening. Back in 2013, V2 and O'Donnell's were there, but that was really it. The Rust Belt, the tap room in Erie Terminal. But I think as far as bars and restaurants, and then, things were kind of coming and going. I think BW3s might have been open still at that point in time. But yeah, so reached out and just casual conversation with the owner of Erie Terminal and said oh, hey, I've got this great idea.
Here's what you should do?
Here's what you should do. You should go out and you should contact this company so I can come downtown late night and eat hot cookies. And they were like, oh, you should do this. And I was like, oh yeah, totally. I can run a cookie shop for sure. So looked at the space, wrote a business plan. So it was sort of just this falling down a hill, it just started to snowball. And yeah, so we started having those conversations, I'd say in fall of 2012. And then we opened April 4th of 2013 in Erie Terminal. So
still keeping your day job?
Still keeping my day job. And I was also working part-time at the Royal Oaks. So I was kind of moonlighting on the side just for extra money because you're a single mom, gotta hustle. Yeah, so we kind of laugh about it now, but yeah, I worked Monday through Friday, and then on Saturday nights I would bartend, and then leave the bar, and then go make sure everything was locked up because downtown was open till 2:30 in the morning then. So
how were you able to, I guess, finance this venture?
By working 2 jobs.
You did not take out a loan?
No, I did not. I was very loan hesitant because while I believed that I could do everything, I didn't necessarily have the forethought or the projections to see where we would go. So it seemed like a fun thing to try. And no, I had about $2,000 in savings, which is embarrassing to admit that as a 30-year-old woman, that's essentially what I had, but that's what I had. And I thought, well, this is a lot of money to me, but it's really I'm also not an idiot. So I knew that it wasn't that much money. So I thought, I'm going to take everything that I have and invest it in this. And if it works, great. Worst case, maybe I can get my $2,000 back before it's all said and done. And then, if not, the sky's the limit. So,
So would you encourage or discourage somebody to do exactly what you did?
I guess it depends how risky they are. No, I would encourage it's always easier if you have loans. Obviously, the more money you have, the easier things are. But I don't think you appreciate what you're doing, and I don't think you necessarily would work as hard. So, I mean, and maybe other people will, but maybe that's just me. Like, it always feels like, oh, you've got this cushion. Oh, I've got this fallback. I didn't have a plan B. So I likened it to riding a bike. Like, when you're starting this business, you have to keep pedaling. If you don't pedal, you're going to fall over. So it just became, keep going.
So after the chamber, you went to the Rich Center and worked there for a while.
Yeah.
Still having the business. When did you get to that point where you were able to make this your entire...
So in 2018, I was at the Rich Center and it was wonderful. I can't say enough about the Risciuti, Rubino, Marchionda, Kozar families who started and founded the Rich Center. They were wonderful to work with. They were very supportive of everything that I was doing, which I think was unique and also, allowed me to kind of grow the way that I did, the way that personally, professionally, and the way the business did. So I think I was very fortunate to have the support of those around me. So that kind of gave me a leg up, as opposed to someone else who's, punching a clock, working 9 to 5, and then trying to do this.
Was that a good feeling though, when you knew that, okay, I've made it, my business has made it?
Yeah, I mean, it's still a scary leap, and I still, do some consulting now. I'm very fortunate to work with the Canfield Fair and do marketing and fundraising for them. But in 2018, I stepped away from, a salaried paycheck, with full benefits and all of those things that come along, all those good things that come along with it. And now, paying for my own health insurance, providing health insurance for others. It's a good feeling. It's a scary feeling. It's, a lot of responsibility, but it's good.
Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications. And also make sure to connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. For all of your business news, visit businessjournaldaily.com. For all of your arts and entertainment news, go to afterhoursyoungstown.com.
Built for the 21st century American workforce, Eastern Gateway Community College has 2 campuses and is a national leader in online learning. EGCC.edu is a digital gateway where 30,000 students are quickly transforming their financial futures through degrees, certificates, transferable credits, and higher-paying jobs. And now, residents of the Mahoning Valley can enroll in summer classes for free. It's the EGCC Summer Guarantee. Eastern Gateway. America's new workforce starts here.